Hey guys, and welcome to our podcast. It's called Neighbors at Night. Your host, Stephanie Cox.
Nate Weber.
And pretty much what this podcast is each episode will have a different theme where we just chat about it for about 30 minutes, and that's pretty much it. I wanted to start this podcast because I really just wanted to set a time where me and Nate can sit down and catch up because
I agree.
It's what we needed. So, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Okay, so like I mentioned before, my name is Nate Weber. I'm a second-year student, probably going to be a fifth-year student by the end of my college career. I'll be honest. I'm majoring in environmental studies. I probably switched my major around like 4 times already in the 2 years I've been here. So, yeah, that's about it. What about you?
Yeah, so I'm a second year e-media major with a minor in marketing. I'm actually the executive producer of BTV in general.
She runs this shit, basically.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. We both went to the same high school. We both went to Harrison High School, and now we're doing this. So for this episode, we kind of want to talk about our childhood because we grew up together, hence the name Neighbors at Night.
Like 2 houses down?
Yeah, like there's a house right in between us. Yeah. So I was thinking about stories that we could talk about and started writing them down and whatnot. And I was asking my parents this past weekend because I went home and I was like, what are some things that stick out? Maybe like Nate stories or whatever. And something that my mom mentioned that I had no idea that this was a thing. But apparently Nate, instead of crawling normally on his like hands and his knees, he crawled on his back. So do you want to explain what?
Yeah, so I was a pretty fucked up baby. I came into this world not breathing whatsoever. My parents were like holding me for like probably like a good 2 minutes. I think my parents said, and then a blue light was flashing, and then like the doctors just then realized like 2 minutes after I was into this beautiful world that I was dead. I wasn't breathing. So that was problem number one. I wasn't a normal child whatsoever. I'll be honest with you. I was not. So yeah, like Steph said, I crawled on my back. I have a nice photo that maybe if we get big enough, I can share to our fans or whatnot. But I would crawl on my back like this, kind of like a bridge. And then in the photo that catches me doing that, I also have a diaper on. And the thing about that is that I have duct tape on the diaper. Because although I was like crawling on my back, I like to do it naked. I mean, who doesn't? Let's be honest. Everyone likes to crawl around naked.
On their back?
On their back. Only on their back. But yeah, so that's the story behind that. I guess some other childhood stories that I did. I one time took Blue's Clues applesauce. And like the peanut butter kid? Like the peanut butter baby?
Oh, yeah.
That he goes, yeah. With like peanut butter? That was me. I'm not lying. Blue's Clues, blue applesauce. Had it all over my body.
Man, you could have been the baby that like went viral.
I could have. This was was it before the internet? I don't know. The internet was probably just coming around.
It was just it was kind of just coming around.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention this story first because it's my favorite story. Well, actually, I want you to tell your side of the story first. So pretty much, in junior high, this was 8th grade year because it was just me and you, and we would carpool to school. Our moms would take turns like each week to drive us. And there was this one week where it was Nate's mom's turn. And so Nate would always be running late in the morning. So I'll tell your story first. Okay. We just forgot Nate pretty much. Yeah. So tell your story.
So Steph's right. I was always late. I wasn't a morning person unless I needed to be. Like for instance, if I played sports, if I had like a sports obligation, I could get up just like that. But this was like during like the time period where I think it was springtime, where we were doing track or something. I think because we both did track, didn't we? Or I at least did.
So. Or it was It was something where you had a duffel bag.
Yeah.
You had your like gym bag or something.
So yeah. Anyway, so I'm running late. I always have to have breakfast. I remember my mom's like, all right, well, Steph's here. I'm going to go get Steph. I said, okay. So, mind you, I'm running out. Steph's already in the front seat. My parents raised me well. Rob and Dee, thank you. The lady always gets the front seat. Gentlemen, boys, always remember that. If someone else is driving and you have a girl you like, put them in the front seat. Okay? That's all you got to do. But anyway, so basically, I'm running late. I'm coming out. I have a biscuit in my hands. I'm running. I have it like in my mouth. You know, I'm just trying to chomp down. And then I open the door. I put my book bag in my mom's minivan. I shut the door. And mind you, my mom's a school teacher. You guys don't know that. But so she has, my dad will understand this, and my brothers. She has shit everywhere. Everywhere. So she has book bags and everything like that. So I'm like, oh, crap. So I put my book bag in the van. I close the door and I go around the outside to get inside, and my mom pulls away. My mom leaves without me, and it's like what time is it?
I don't.
It's like class started at like 7:15, so it was like a good like 6:45 or something like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, just like my mom left with Stephanie and she forgot about me. She left me.
Well, let me tell you about my side of the story, because it doesn't seem so stupid if you were like in my seat. So, cause like me and Dee would always just have like our conversations or whatever. So, like she picked me up and you know we just hear the door close. We're like, okay, Nate's in. We just drive off. And what's even funnier about this is that like Dee was even like talking to you. Because it was actually like winterish, where like there was like frost on the windows and stuff. Because she's like, oh, Nate, like you gotta remind me to grab a towel so we can like wipe off the windows.
That's true.
And you didn't say anything, and we kept going. That we just thought you were maybe tired or something. And then I remember we were on the road, like we were turning onto the street that our school was on. And I was getting a call from you, and I'm like,
That's right, because mind
why is Nate calling me?
Sorry to interrupt, but my mom does not answer her phone for anything.
Oh, yeah.
I called my mom like 3 different times, and she just doesn't answer. So then finally I call you, and you're like you can probably take over now, but yeah, just take me through like that freaking conversation.
I looked back. I don't know why I thought this, but I thought you were like hiding in the very back of the van or something. I'm like, Nate, where are you? And you're like yelling, like, dude, you left me at home. And I felt so embarrassed because I was like, okay, Dee, we left your son at home. And we just had to go straight. I don't think we were even late that day. No. I think we were right on time.
Yeah.
But we got you, and everything was fine. And then everyone at school made fun of me of the fact that me and your mom left you.
They made fun of you? I got made fun of too, because I was telling everyone. I was like, yeah, my mom left me at home. They're like, oh, really? It was like cool. I kind of had street cred for like a day. Like, oh, really? Your mom left you? I was like, yeah, dude. She left me. She left me outside in the cold. Like, oh man, that sucks. And it got me through the day.
I'm just wondering, like, what if you put your phone in your book bag or something, or like it was in the car? That would have been even more embarrassing.
I would have had a nice day off. Well, probably not, because like when you guys would have got there, you would have realized, oh shit, like Nate's not in the car.
Yeah.
And then you would have went to school. My mom would have came and picked me up probably. Yeah. So, I mean,
that was good. I also have another kind of embarrassing story about you.
About me? Jesus.
Yeah. So this was at like the end of the school year.
8th grade year. That was a pivotal time.
No, I don't know if.
I think it was, because it was right before.
It was maybe.
I think so.
Well, your brother had, like, I guess your mom had packed him a lunch one day. God. And he apparently doesn't like anything on his sandwiches.
Yeah.
So it was just bread and ham. That's it. And I guess he didn't eat it that day because he just left it in his book bag. And then when school ended, he left his book bag in his car. And then 2 weeks later, your mom decides to clean out his car and sees his book bag and pulls out the 2-week-old sandwich. And I don't know why your mom didn't just throw it away, but she just set it on the kitchen table. And I guess she was going to ask Jake about it, like, why was this in here or whatever. But little Nate, not so little.
Not so little. I think I'm pretty sure.
This is probably 8th grade.
8th grade year. Yeah. Because I remember.
You thought it was a ham sandwich with mustard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you ate the entire thing too, right? You didn't think it tasted weird?
It was 2 sandwiches. 2 sandwiches of straight.
Oh, there was 2.
There was 2 of them.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, two sandwiches full of just ham and just straight mold.
But you thought it was mustard.
I thought it was mustard. Like, you got, like, I don't know.
What's even crazier is you didn't get sick, did you?
No, I've eaten so many, and you probably know this too, because, I mean, I don't know if we're going to bring this up today, but the bagel story. Do you remember it? Yeah. Long story short, I mean, it's not as cool as this story, but I ate like a 3-week-old like bagel with cheese that I put in like my dresser. But like, because it was in my clothes, it like didn't mold. I don't know. It was probably just the right temperature. But yeah, I ate a lot of stupid, like, gross things in my life. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, the ham sandwich was definitely.
Also, no, going back to like when we were young.
Oh, yeah.
So like my mom, me and my sister, Nate, his mom and his 2 brothers, and then our like other family friend, like we would all go to the YMCA to swim and spend days there. Or spend all day there. Yeah. And days there, I guess.
This was before we all decided, like, hey, this freaking sucks. Like,
it was fun.
Like, no, like, it was fun, but, like, this was, like, before, like, because, like, I have a pool. Or, I mean,
we both have pools now.
Yeah, we both have pools. And then.
I think it was fun because it also had the, like, a tennis court and then, like, the ping pong tables and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, going back to Nate eating nasty things, like, his brothers did that too. Wasn't there like a slice of pepperoni on someone's shoe? And was that you or your brother ate that?
I don't remember this, but I could definitely see. I don't know. Jake's pretty weird too. So
yeah, Jake's his older brother.
Yeah. Just should we just get that out of the way real quick?
Talk about our family.
I mean, not talk about it because I feel like I didn't really explain like the ham sandwich thing.
What do you mean?
Like we didn't go into depth about how like.
What I told is the story that I heard and I've lived by.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, it's pretty correct. But, I mean, long story short, yeah, we can just introduce our families. I mean, it's kind of, I probably shouldn't have done it at this point.
I mean, we both have pretty, like, normal families, though. Like,
yeah.
Mom and dad.
Yeah.
We're all, like, still together.
Yeah, mom, dad, 2 more brothers.
Yeah.
Older brother Jake, younger brother Rocky.
And then I have an older sister, Samantha. And Samantha and Jake are actually the same age too.
Yeah, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Just the Weber boys are like just known for just doing stupid stuff. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like Rocky was never as bad as
Rocky's he's a different type of breed. I don't know.
I don't know where he came from.
Because, like, I mean, I don't know. It's a tight area back here, so I'm not going to stand up to show the camera. But I will just tell you guys, I'm a short and stocky guy. I'm like 5'8", and I weigh 220 pounds. Something like that. So, my older brother, he's not as heavy as me, unfortunately. So, I'll probably hear the end of that. But my older brother, he's like, I mean, none of us are over 6 foot, so we always make it a competition on who's taller. I'm taller by like half an inch. My older brother's like 5'7", and he weighs a little bit less than me. But then my youngest brother, Rocky, I mean, for us, he's a giant, but he's like 5'10", 5'10 and a half probably, which is just like unheard of in our family. And he's just a stick. He's a beanpole. Like, I don't understand. like you get 2 like just straight boulders of like kids, and then you have a beanpole. So it's just crazy. But yeah, that's Rocky. But yeah, I don't know.
There's not much to say about me and my sister. We're not as interesting as you and your brothers. I feel
guys are interesting, but yeah, I feel like we just.
It's like, actually, this is a good, way to get into. You guys decided to build a fort in your backyard.
We did.
And it's called the Fort Fart. Who came up with that?
I don't know, to be honest. What are the odds, do you think, that she watches this? I don't even remember her name.
Oh, Carol?
Yeah, Carol.
It's our neighbor.
Yeah, estranged neighbor, I should say. I don't know.
It was her, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. I thought it had to be you who made that up.
No, unfortunately not. I mean, that would have been cool.
But just a few weeks ago, I actually watched this old home video where they were building the Fort Fart. And this video, I need to show you this sometime because it really just shows all of the kids' personalities. When we were younger, I remember at the beginning of the video, me and our friend Jenna, who's our other neighbor, who's a sister to us, and I was just jumping rope. She comes out. She couldn't jump the rope, so she comes out with a baseball bat and just swinging that around. I don't know why. And then after that, it cuts to us in the backyard, and just the dads were building the Fort Fart or whatever. And I don't know how this started. I think one of our moms did a cartwheel on camera. And of course you were like, oh, it's my turn. I want to do a cartwheel now. And little Nate does his little rhino run into the worst cartwheel. It was a round off. It was it was weird. I
don't know.
But I need to show you that sometime because
I was going to say, that's just crazy though, because I don't know if you ever knew this or not. But and this is for the people watching this, maybe all 100 people, hopefully get 100 views, But Fort Fart was it was a legend on our street, because I would have people that would went to we didn't go to the same elementary schools, by the way. She went to St. John's. I went to. I mean, we probably shouldn't say where should we say
it doesn't matter.
Oh, so I went to elementary school right down the street. I went to a school called Whitewater Valley, but so basically I would always have a bunch of kids from Whitewater, older than me, younger than me, same grade. They'd always be like, "Yeah, I know where you live," and I'm like, "Me, I'm kind of getting to that age." I'm like, "Okay, that's weird because I don't know you," and they're like, "No, yeah, you have the giant Fort Fart." I'm like, okay. So that now I use that as leverage in other circumstances, I guess, or other discussions in elementary school. But yeah, I have Fort Fart. Oh my God, that's your house? I'm like, yeah. So it's just crazy seeing because it's funny, you posted something on your story of me of the Fort Fart building. I don't know if you remember that.
I did, when you were doing your cartwheel or whatever.
Yeah, I think. I don't know, but it's just crazy to see that come full circle. Unfortunately, the swings have been taken. They were sold, I guess, 5 years ago or something.
Aww.
The Fort Fart sign taken down too.
That's sad.
So she's in retirement right now.
Yeah.
But did I ever tell you what my mom made us do for the first 2 years that we had it?
What?
So my dad this was always during the summers, so it wouldn't be too cold, but obviously at night it gets freezing still. But my dad is a cop, so he always works every morning, and my mom's a school teacher, so she's off in the summer. She made us camp out in Fort Fart. Full blown camp out. We had the same I don't know what they're called, the DVD players.
Yeah.
That you could bring in a long car ride, my laptop, but you can put it whatever.
Yeah.
She would make us go out there in the cold.
Aw, I think I knew that.
It was fun for the first 45 minutes, but then when it's 2 a.m. and you're just shivering so hard, and your mom was like, no one's going inside, and it was awful. But
that kind of reminds me, I don't know if you were ever a part of this. Were you a part of how we'd always go to someone's house and swim on the first day of fall?
Like pool hopping?
No.
I don't think so.
No. That was always the thing. I guess that was just us. We'd always swim on the first day of fall. It doesn't matter.
First day of fall or first day of summer?
Fall.
Fall. See, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah. I don't know. Just.
Yeah. I guess I'll tell kind of a story about myself. It's kind of embarrassing.
I was about to say, it's been so much about me.
Right. So, yeah. Because you weren't here for this, but this kind of just like shows you like who I was when I was little. I was just like a little stupid girl. I remember it was me, my sister, my dad, and our friend Jenna. And we went. I still get made fun of for this, by the way.
Oh,
we went to the park.
Is it that bad?
It's not that bad, but
okay.
I just still get made fun of. We went to the park. We were, on the swing sets. I don't even know what we're doing. But then we, like, go to leave. And so, my dad's leaving. And we were probably, like, pretty far up the hill from where, like, the park is. And I was like, I left one of my flip-flops there.
Oh my God.
So my dad had to turn around, and what's even funnier is he parked in the exact same spot that we were parked in, and I just opened the door and saw my flip-flop right there. Just reached my foot down to grab it.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, all right, let's go. That's it.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm not mad. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think my dad even mentioned that when I was asking him about, like, childhood stories before we were going to do this episode.
Your dad is just...
My dad loves you.
I love your dad. Like, I'm just saying, like, to people watching this, don't take that the wrong, like, don't take that in a weird way. Like, so, when was it? Can I tell this quick story? I don't think I brought this up. I don't know if you knew about this.
What is it?
Like, about how he always texts me.
I think I know what you're going to say,
so
but
basically,
go on.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know. I don't have a phobia. I don't know what it's called, but I have a phobia of getting hacked and random people, like, messaging me. For instance, like, if I see, and this is true, if I see a random number texting me saying hi, like, I immediately go into, like, protective mode, like, who the hell are you? Like, I'm going to call the cops. Don't know why. I'm weird like that. I'm just terrified of getting hacked and someone getting, like, my photos. I don't have any weird photos, but still, that's just weird, or getting my private information. But anyway, so this is last year. Like, I mean, we're not going to tell you exactly where we live, but, like, we live relatively close to Clifton. A good 25-minute drive. Yeah. Maybe 20 if you're flying. But flying on the highway, not actually flying on a plane. Just had to make that clear. But anyway. So anyway, like, so I guess this is our first time, like, being on our own or something.
So, like, our freshman year?
Yeah, it was last year, freshman year. And I get a text from a random number. It's 513, so I know it's in, like, the Cincinnati area. And it says, hey, this is you Overwatch. You good? And immediately, I'm like, who the hell is my Overwatch? I was like, I'm freaking out. I'm texting, like, all my friends. I'm like, hey, do you know who this is? Do you know who this is?
Oh, my God.
Everyone's being like, no. And I'm like, who is this? And finally, I'm like, all right, stop playing. Who is this? And it's like, this is your Overwatch. And I was like, okay. So finally, I'm scared to death. I call my dad. I'm like, hey, do you know this number? He's like, yeah, it's Ed Cox. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, all right. Hey, sorry, Ed. Yeah, I'm good. And it's just awesome because every once in a while, like, I'll just get, like, a random text at, like, 10:30 at night or something. Like, and it's kind of nice because it hits home a little bit, even though we're so close. I mean, sorry, Mom and Dad, but I don't get homesick. Like, I never get homesick. Like, I try to stay, like, not at home as much as possible. But it's just nice to see, like, your dad, like, text me every once in a while.
Yeah,
like, it means a lot.
Whenever he'll call me or whatever, like, just asking how I'm doing and everything, he's always like, how's Nate?
Yeah, dude.
And I'm like, I mean, I haven't seen him in a while, but I imagine he's doing okay.
I fucking love your dad. This is crazy, though, because it goes both ways. Like, do you know what we have in our freaking kitchen? What? You know those magnetic things that, like, you can put, like, a picture on, like, on your fridge? Yeah, you already know damn well what I'm talking about.
Your mom sent me this the other day, actually.
So this is to people watching. I get home, like, so I work every Saturday. I intern at a animal sanctuary called the Red Wolf. Animal Sanctuary and Raptor Rehabilitation Center. Your boy's doing tours, so by all means, come by, save some wolves. So I stop home every morning to get like overalls because they're my dad's, and like I just fit into them. So I always stop home, and I'm like, okay, well if I'm home, then I gotta get something to eat, get breakfast. I'm gonna be working a while. There I see a magnetic picture frame on my fridge, and it says "Proud of my Bearcat." And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I look down, and it's freaking Steph. Steph is on my own damn fridge. And I'm like, I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, what the hell? She's like, what? She's like, yeah, we're proud of our Bearcat. And I was like, what the? I was so pissed. I was like, God damn. But yeah.
That kind of reminds me, like, you'd be really comfortable just like coming to our house and stuff. Like, when we were little, Nate would just come over. We'd let him in. He'd just walk to our basement and play this. We had a few like computer games, and he'd just play this dinosaur game for hours. And like, you'd walk to the basement. Oh, hey Nate, didn't know you were still here. Like, he's still there, just playing the same dinosaur game.
My God, that's just. I don't know. Like, I look back at that now. I would consider myself a very polite kid.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I think like in the past, like when I look back at that, I go, I was a rude piece of shit. Like, I'd be like, even though like we were so close, but I don't know. Like, to put this in perspective, like you guys would literally bring me food. Like, I would come downstairs, or I mean, I would knock on your door and be like, "Hey, can I play the video game?" And your mom would answer, but your mom would immediately go, "Yeah, Steph and Samantha, they're not home." I was like, "Can I just play a video game?" And your mom would just be like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then your mom would come down, "Hey, do you want anything to eat?" I'd be like, yeah, can I get some chips or something?" I don't know, but you guys would always feed me, and you guys were super nice. So yeah.
All right, so I think that's a pretty good. Is there anything else that you want to say?
Mean, no, I don't think so.
I think
Sorry, I got a little awkward there at the end. We could probably edit that out or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's about it. Like, sorry, I don't want to steal your thunder, but just to like the people watching or listening, however you guys are watching or listening to this, we appreciate it. But yeah, this was basically just a general like get to know us and some of the stupid shenanigans we did when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, if you want to take it away.
Yeah, so we'll be recording next week as well. Not really sure what our theme's gonna be.
Do you know what I think we should do? Sorry to interrupt, but like, we should do college.
College? Talk about
college?
college?
We should do that. Like, yeah. I mean, college is a stressful time.
Right. We both have pretty interesting stories.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Different stories too.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll go ahead and do that next week. So I just want to thank Bearcast Media and BTV for the studio space. I want to thank Jameson Wendell for being crew today, and same with Eric Richmond, who are laughing at me right now, and I don't know why. Did I say his name wrong or something? Kind of. Okay. I'm sorry. And yeah. Any closing remarks, Nate?
I don't think so.
All right.
I really don't think so.
All right,
I think we're good.
Tune in again next week.
It only gets better from here. So let's go.
Play this all around the world. Play this song around the world. Yeah. Man, what can I say? It's a brand new day.